Yes, yes. All right, cool. Just straight back into the crypto shit. Um, right now, just closed a short for Bitcoin, and it was fairly straightforward. I was actually planning on going long straight, decided not to, and this has kind of been my first proper trade of the year. So on Bitcoin, if you just break it down, we'll just start on the monthly. In the last video, I spoke about the macro, about Bitcoin. Not going to do that today. If you want to like go watch it, we'll do go back to the last video. But essentially, what we have for the monthly is you can kind of see this as demand being tested here, right? And on the monthly, there's no structure being broken at all yet. I do think this area is very, very important to see what's going to happen for the next couple years. For example, if you get a candle close after this, say around this area or this area, uh, it would likely be we retest the 100k level again before coming down to likely past 50k. And yeah, like I don't see why this doesn't get taken if we have a candle close here. Equally, if we get under and back inside, that is very bullish. It's just nothing crazy. But yeah, if you just look at the bands as well, they're slowly compressing. So really, you want to see this area hold if you're bullish. It's very important if it does, and if it doesn't, then you could put two and two together and say, yeah, we're probably going to fall further. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a tag in here beforehand, but I don't see it yet only because if you see on the monthly, there's something else that's very telling. The inefficiency has rejected very, very cleanly. So it just remains super, super bearish, in my opinion. Um, and that's fine. That's just how it is. That's why I'm not necessarily rushing to long. I'd rather just be on the short side, really. So yeah, let's just keep going down. The weekly is a bit different. There's many different ways you can look at this. You can say high, low, higher, high. You broke a market structure there, here. I would prefer to say this is the actual level, and we cleanly reject off it here. It's really really clear. So with the weekly, again, you're kind of looking at this bearish channel, and this kind of paints the picture for the month. Um, that the structure is in fact weak. If we were seeing something like this and then coming up, that'd be different. But you're just engineering all this liquidity to be taken, and if we don't get like a fake out here, reclaim here, then there is nothing to suggest that we can't come lower. And even then, if we were to reclaim this level here, this is prime selling area for me, no? If you have a break of the structure, you retest the previous support resistance, which is here. This is a supply zone. You have your point of control there. I'd be short in that. This is huge resistance. Resistance, resistance, comes here, holds it, takes out one more time, and then as soon as we lose it, it's puke. So this is a very, very important resistance here. 108, 1010. Sorry, 108, 110. So yeah, it's a think about here. So let's just refine that further. I'm just painting the context for everyone to understand. Right, I drew out a range. That's my range here, and I drew out the weekly, not the monthly, the weekly inefficiency. So to paint even further context, I longed here before Christmas, and I just let this trade play out the whole time. It was roughly something like this. Oops, sorry. It was something like this. I literally just forgot about it and I just took the short trade, yeah. Um, but I also wanted this liquidity to get taken, and exactly that happened. So I shorted this. It was 96.8. I had my stops. It was at the last, yep, support there. And my target was this demand level here. And this is very simple for me. I love liquidity into demand to supply. That's just very, in my personal experience, it's been very, very powerful. So I got about, I just squeezed just above 3R, and that was nice. And I drew out another. You can also look at it like this: high, next subsequent low, and then you just take this as a deviation here. Let's mark this out as red. Typically, I like to play deviation to deviation, so I'm expecting this area to give a pullback into this range here. It doesn't always happen, but I expect it to happen. Let's see the low. If the low time frame looks good, I'll jump into a long, but I'm really not fussed if I'm being honest. I don't think the daily bands crossed. Oh, they have. All right, cool. Um, but this daily candle is pretty ugly to begin with. That's again why I didn't really bid. Yeah, it could do something like this as well. We just puke here, come here, and then come down. That's entirely possible. I don't really like that because there's no reference here. I don't typically play that type of style. So if we take all this as liquidity, where exactly are you gonna long? Are you just gonna long this last one? You could do that. I'm not the biggest fan of it because it could just come down all the way. Um, so I'd rather just pass that one. Um, but what I do like is this shorting opportunity. Say we were to actually come back to this range, right? I saw this as a very clean high, low, high, high. Break that market structure there. Did I? I thought I saw something else. But anyway, yeah. And basically just get another tap of the range higher. I don't really think that's going to happen, if I'm being honest. But no, I like that. Lines up with the fib as well. So yeah, I mean, I'd like that. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get it, but let's see. So just to recap, let's get something like here. That's a potential long, probably won't take, and a short there. That's basically it. And by the grand scheme of things, this is still a channel, so if you're still respecting this channel, so yeah, that's it really. And Ethereum is basically the same thing. Wow, that's a lot of drawings here. Let me just get rid of. Let me just do another chart. Ethereum. If I was to dumb down Ethereum, let's go on to the weekly. Very clear range for me. This is good demand here. That's another thing. I don't really expect Ethereum to fall as much as Bitcoin. Um, yeah. So you have a range here. No, nothing's been taken yet. I would say this is a very, very good level of SR. And you would typically expect this SR to be respected, or just to overshoot, maximum overshoot into here. So this general area, if we were to come. But with Ethereum, really, you're just looking to accumulate here. This would be a very, very good swing opportunity. Um, and then you have your defined ranges here and here. So you could say again, if Bitcoin was to do that scenario where which I said, which I said it could come down into here, which is let's say 83.4. So 83.4. Sorry. You can expect Ethereum to hold this level. I mean, that's not crazy to think about, you know. And then drive up into here. That's entirely possible. That'd give altcoins some run because altcoins have been a bit volatile, you know, recently. That makes sense. So there's another potential, but really this is a good swing area to look at. So low, high, low, low. Yeah, cool. So nothing much there. Solana, I haven't really looked at Solana. What's that saying? Oh yeah, I remember didn't really get this. That was a bit shit. See, this is the thing. Do I count this as a market structure break? I don't really like it. Low, high. Mm, I'm not counting that shit as a market structure break. But yeah, with Solana, I'm gonna keep it very simple. Draw out a range, and I'm gonna say simply, if it doesn't rally from here, Solana is dead for the foreseeable future. Life and death for Solana. So yeah, do you see what I mean? Where's he gonna land? $80 next. 63. So yeah, if he doesn't hold there, Solana's dead. I'll take a little other altcoin, please. Fartcoin, spoke about in my last video. Closed out here. Same sort of thing. It's quite boring now, guys. It's just deviations, range plays. That's it. You can play it a few times a month and you get paid to do it, so that's fine. It's a rinse and repeat, and you just adjust slightly to the conditions and context. You know, I've been shorting since Bitcoin overshot in 120k. You just short the fucker, you know, and I made a loss when I was trying to knife catch, and that's about it. Knife catch along. So yeah, that's why like longs. I'm not really longing anything. I'm longing silver and gold really. And even then, I'm expecting some sort of a pullback soon. But yeah, so I shorted this. I shorted pump. Pump was slightly different in the sense that it didn't give a range, but it was pretty bread and butter. It was a weekly supply. It wasn't even a weekly supply. It was a 3 day supply. Sorry, 3 day supply. Take the SR to give a pretty clean entry, and that's it. Let's see what pump does here. I mean, I really expected to take this range out and everything, but let's see. It closed kind of funny today. I mean, opened kind of funny. And more for I shorted this as well. Same thing. Deviate the range into supply. Short the fucker down. I'll probably close out here, but it will probably come out lower. But I'm probably gonna close out here. Yep. Cool. Are we happy? Let's throw in another little cheeky one. Let's see this UFO. Been looking at this chart. I like it in the sense that, um, well, I mean, it's a shit coin, isn't it? It's like a meme coin. It's a penny stock, sorry, that's the one. On the monthly, there's no available supply till here. So here, if it runs, that's potentially 200%. It ain't bad. That's not bad at all. So we'll take that. Have a nice little bag there. And then by that time, I'm hoping this is like nice demand somewhere here. Even if it creates demand somewhere here, keeps going. Then after, if it clears this level, right, there's literally nothing till $1.60. That's 1.2k%. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll leave it there. Nice one.